Welcome back everyone to Pontus Fathom Hobbies. This is our paint through video for the Greyjoy starter set for A Song of Ice and Fire tabletop miniature games. We'll get the minis out for the starter set as well as Greyjoy Heroes 1. We'll do a quick flyover of the sort of basic minis. They are green, but I'm going to Zenithal prime these with a black, flat black prime and a metallic green highlight. Quick from the back of the box says, while the natives of the Iron Islands technically bend the knee to whomever sits on the Iron Throne, the Ironborn are taking full advantage of the chaos in Westeros to raid its coastlines and mercantile shipping like never before. The Ironborn are not an army dedicated to protracted engagements, but rather a rapid-moving force built around subduing enemies and inflicting as much damage as possible before fading back into the sunset sea from whence they came. In an age of strife and internecine wars, the only true victors are those that carry away the greater share of the spoils, and the Ironborn are built to do exactly that. So here you can see some of our Ironborn Reavers. We've got our Ironborn Reapers as well. They've got the sickles, and we've got here Victarion Greyjoy. We've got here Aeron Greyjoy. We've got a Bannerman, and yeah, the minis are real nice. We did an unboxing video of these, so we've already kind of checked them out. We've got Theon here, and my idea here is we will go ahead and put the prime on first. I'll probably do minimal tabletop ready for these, so this will be a real quick one, guys. But it just goes to show that if you really want to just get some paint on the minis, make them look a little bit sharper instead of just raw plastic, you can do it. So I think Zenithal Prime is the way I'm going to go. I've got this flat black prime, like I mentioned. And then this green I use, it's a metallic green. I actually used it for the Robotech Ride Armor, the Genesis Mospeada, Genesis Climber Mospeada Ride Armor. You can check those videos out as well. So it'll be similar to the way we did the Baratheon batch paint. We'll hit these up with the black first. The flat black will work nicely. And then we will make sure you get a good coat on these. I don't even have them stuck down. So just, light spray across these. Do it from all four angles, and then especially make sure you spray low so that you can hit the base and any undercarriage. These guys have cloaks, so I'm noticing I have to go over a couple times. And then as you rotate them, you'll notice some spots you might miss. Just can spot spray them, and you'll hit all the areas. So from here, what I'll do is I'll let this flat black rest a bit once I get these painted, and then I will go on to a Zenithal Prime using this Tamaya spray can. I still got some paint left from that last model build, so I thought this was this is always the way I thought to paint the Greyjoys, by the way. I wanted them to have a kind of a rust copper idea of armor, but I think the cloaks work well with it. It goes with the box art, and yeah, so I've got this. What's also nice about this paint, it's also got a metallic to it. So actually all of the weapons and the armor get a Zenithal Prime that's kind of can stay as the armor too. So, I think I did this technique with the Baratheons. I simply used a Zenithal Prime using a spray metallic paint. I used airbrushed some silver or titanium silver. Then I think I did for the Targaryen ones, I used a flesh-colored Zenithal Prime because they're mostly shirtless, so I hit them all, again, flat black with the Zenithal Prime of flesh. And then for Greyjoy, I'm using this metallic green. So yeah, I think it's going to make them, I almost feel like tabletop ready already, but I tend to be a batch painter with some of these larger sets, and I will go through these all and hit them with some details. I'm thinking just the flesh of the face, and also the some details in the armor and the weapons. And I'll probably use a copper color for that. So you can see these look real nice with the Zenithal Prime. Okay, so we got these back on the table. We're back inside. Let's kind of take a look at how they look in a flyover here. But I'm liking these. I like how this looks. I like the metallic of it. Again, for tabletop ready, you guys make the choice, but this is, I think I could get this army on the table with just a little bit more brush painting. And, I'm also, one of the things that I do is I never play the game before I get them at least some kind of painting. So I think that for me, it's always, I've been itching to get the Greyjoy army on the board. So let's go ahead and hit them up with some flesh tones for the face. I'll put some washes on them. I will use some copper on the weapons and armor, probably dry brush, and we'll take a look. So let's take a look at some of these Zenithal Prime. Here's an Ironborn Reaver. I think they're looking pretty good, just like this. And they'll look great when I just hit them up with some details, some brushwork. Another Ironborn Reaver. The metallics look great, kind of gives it that copper rust. Here's the Harlaw Reapers. This one's Euron Greyjoy. I'll do some, definitely painting his face will help make him pop. A Bannerman for one of the Harlaw Reaper Bannermen. Okay, so let's hit these guys up with the flesh. Mostly it'll be the Greyjoy heroes. Roderick, Asha, Victarion has a full mask. Right, Newt, Euron, Theon, they'll all get the flesh tone. The archers have a small bit of flesh visible in their sort of like their nose and their forehead. Some of the Reapers also, you can see the full faces, and you can see how they look. I've got them just the initial flesh tone. We'll go through in these and hit them now with a wash as well. And I'll hit the faces, but I'll also start to hit the armor as well. Now we can see them with the Zenithal Prime, flesh tone, and with the wash, starting to look ready for the tabletop already. I do want to go through and use some copper on the armor and on the weapons. And you can see some of these I've already hit with the copper here. And I'll go through and do some of the rest. And we're just using this Tamaya copper color here. And just kind of fast through this. It looked like my tripod was drifting here while I was doing this time lapse. So yeah, wrapping up all of the Reavers, the Reapers, and some of the helmets. Let's go through and do a flyover with tabletop ready. Here we are. Greyjoy Heroes 1 plus the Greyjoy starter set. Ready to get on the tabletop. Let me know down in the comments, guys, who would you like me to have Greyjoys fight against? I'm thinking to opt for maybe like an obvious choice, but to use House Stark. So Stark versus Greyjoy. But let me know in the comments. And if you guys painted yours, send a link down below. I'd like to see them. As usual, like and subscribe. Help share. We got a Patreon out there. You can check out our bookstore and other links down below to help to support the channel. Special thanks to all of our Patreons and our subscribers. And if you subscribe and ring the bell, you help us with the That Which Is Dead That Does Not Die algorithm. And can get notified when we do our A Song of Ice and Fire gameplay. We're also doing a Joan of Arc, and we're starting to jump into Tainted Grail. So that's coming up for next year. We're going to do some unboxing of Tainted Grail and get some minis painted for that. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.